Hi, I'm back, Raghavendra Rao with a bit more information about Java classes. Now we'll move into this definition of a class. Class is a template or a blueprint of an object, which we are going to be instantiated later, based on a class what we define. And Java class contains the properties and behavior of its class. A class must have a properties. Like properties, you are going to be implementing as part of behavior as method. This part we are going to be discussing in our point number 3. Java class properties defined as fields and behavior as methods. That means my Java class template contains majorly two things, that is fields and methods. Fields are going to be talk about the properties. Methods are going to be define the behavior of my class. And developer need to instantiate Java class to make use of it. Once a particular class has been defined with the help of fields and methods, my blueprint is available here. But to make use of this method, you need to create an object. Converting a class into an object will be calling technically it as an instantiation. When a class get instantiated, you are going to see an object which is going to serve the user requests. For example, here we are going to define a simple class called a calculation here, and this is an naming specifier, access specifier, public class name calculation. I am defined 3 variables, int a, b, c, and one method called add. And here I am going to see this addition of these two numbers called a and b, and I am assigning that particular value to c. And later, as we saw previously, I am using a SOP statement very much similar to C, printf statement, system.out.println, to print the value of it. Shall we go back and see how exactly it will work? Yes, one moment. I will take this to save our time, your time and my time. Just I'll copy it. I'm going to textpad. I'm clicking on this new, making it paste. But please don't forget your class name must be defined. Copy. I am using this. I'm going to save, and I'm given Control V. Here I'm choose this is type, and I'm going with save. Now here you see my class is ready. Okay. Now I'm going with compilation. Wait. Lot of errors. The reason is here while we are going this, there is slight compatibility issues related to the PPT and this part. So it is going to invoke such errors. Now we have yet another problem called int. Now it's done. Control 1. Compile now. Careful. Control 2 for execution. Now here you see we'll be getting a main method not found in class calculation. Please define the main method as public static void main. If you observe in our previous session, we'll be dealing with this. This particular statement is missing here. That means I am defined. This is a blueprint is available, but I am not made use of it. Nothing but the class is available, but I am not instantiated the class. So we are moving back to this PPT here. I would like to show you this part, how to instantiate this. To instantiate this, we are going to use an operator called new operator, which instantiate a class by allocating memory for a new object and returning a reference to that memory. New operator also invokes the object constructor. It's very much similar to this. Is it clear? Now here you see we are extending the same program. Previously we had this part till here. Now we are going to add up this. where we have, as previously they mentioned, control V. Okay. Now I'm add up PSVM statement as an error occurred previously for us. Sorry, this is previous program demo. This is what. Now I am included PSVM here. Now we'll see what happens. Control S for saving. Yeah, I'll go with value evaluation. It's compiled to main method not found. This means what? While you are creating a class, you need to ensure that that particular class must have your main class name. So you need to save this as, save as, go like here, control V. I'll go with control 1. I'm getting error number 1, that is, where is that? Sorry, what's that error? I would like to see once again. Public class calculation is an error. Now you can see this. Here we have a class, what we defined earlier, and here we have a PSVM, and here I am going to instantiate the class and invoking the method here what I am defined as part of my class, and I am passing on two values as A and B, and the value must come and sit in C, and as far as this SOP statement is concerned, it must be printed. It's coming. It's done. Now you can see the value is 18. 12 plus 6. This is one simple program related to how exactly the class can be instantiated, and you can make use of that further. Now we'll see this, the constructor. What exactly is Java constructor? The constructors are necessary to create objects for a Java class. The constructor is nothing but it's a pre-initialized an object. Previously we saw you need to instantiate an object and you need to pass on some values. But whenever you are going to make use of constructor, it has, you are passing on some predefined values, predefined parameters for that. The constructors are used to initialize the instance variables of an object. The constructor declaration look like method declaration. It must have the same name as that of the class. It have no return type. But you need to follow two guidelines. That is, constructor name must be same as its in class name. Constructor must have no explicit return type. There are two types of constructor available. That is default constructor, parameter is constructor. We'll see simple program related to this. That is with constructor here. Now I have this. I'm taking this. I'm going to click on this new. Paste. I need to make certain changes on this program. I'll do all those. Now here you can see this. I'm defined a class called car with the name. Define a variables, two variables, model and name of that. Next, this is what we are talking about, a constructor. Here for this constructor property number 1, priority number 1, it must have the same name as class and you need to pass on the parameters. Here I am giving in model equals to I, name equals to n. Model is an integer and string is a name. Now I am defining a method for this. One display method where I am going to print the same model and plus name. Now here when you come down to this part here, you can see this. I am making use of instantiating two objects. One with name called reference C1 and one with C2, and I am passing on two different parameters. And I am invoking the method called display, which is part of this, for both object references. Now we are going to compile this. Yes, compilation successful. 2, we'll be seeing, see here, model and Alto K10, 16, this is Baleno. This is what we will be talking about, how exactly the scenario to discuss constructor role as part of Java classes are concerned. Now we'll move back to this slideshow and where we are going to conclude this part with this, where we learned what is Java class, how to instantiate it, and what is the role of constructor as part of Java programming. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll come back with an interesting concept once again. Thank you.